So I took a couple of notes because I think his presentation is so important because we're going to combine AI and LinkedIn, which when I first read it, I was like, oh my God, I'm bored. But once I started really understanding the power of this thing and what he's going to be talking about, my mind was blown. So Joshua is the founder and the CEO of Standout Authority. He's known as the dopamine dealer, which I just love, because he's figured out how to actually be an authority on LinkedIn without spamming people and being his full authentic self. I love this. He's built 16 different 7 and 8 figure businesses over the last 20 years. He's got a book out called Balance is Bullshit, which is something that I train and teach on all the time. I hate that word. He's managed close to $1 billion in ad spend with 35 trillion impressions. He kind of has this gig down. He's served clients like Google and MySpace. In 2014, he founded Standout Authority to support high-powered entrepreneurs, business owners, and business professionals in humanizing their personal brands, creating amazing content, and drawing in massive opportunities, all on the professional platform we know as LinkedIn. This is his second time speaking at TNC. He spoke here with us about 12 years ago. He's all the way from Austin. Will you guys please help me welcome, big round of applause, let's bring him up, Joshua B. Lee. Awesome, brother.
Thank you, my friend.
Show. You got it.
Yeah. What is up, everybody? Wow, what are the last 2 days, right? Everyone's getting a lot of information, excited. It's been fun. Well, good. Well, I appreciate everyone being able to make it. I know it's like probably day 2 for everyone here in Las Vegas. I mean, usually I only last about 2 nights in Vegas, and then I have to leave, or I'm probably dead. So I appreciate everyone staying here, having fun, and really, really getting into what's happening, where we're going. I mean, like, look. We're talking about LinkedIn. I mean, I get it. Most people here, like, let's show of hands. Who uses LinkedIn? Who actually uses LinkedIn? Half the hands went down. Yeah, I get it. I mean, it's one of those pieces, right? We continue to be able to see that. So I'm telling you right now, what we're going to talk about today, no, screw that. I know it's going to change your perspective on what's happening with LinkedIn and why you need to be on it more than ever. Look, this platform's been around for 20 years, y'all. So, like, it's not something new. And this year, it's turning 21. All right, we know what that means. It's ready to party, right? It's able to drink. This is the time to be on here. So let's get into it. Leveraging AI, right? How do we actually leverage AI and LinkedIn? Well, today, we're going to be really covering, really why you should be paying attention to LinkedIn. Because if I go on here and talk about how to be able to use it, and you guys actually don't know why, I'm wasting your time and I'm wasting mine. That's the one resource we don't get back, right? So I want to make sure you know why you need to be on that platform. We're going to talk about what they're doing with AI. And honestly, I'm going to show you exactly what we're doing for our elite clients to be able to really get them every single month 200 to 1,000 emails. I mean, we heard Ryan talk about it yesterday, opening up, right? Email is the place to be. Who here is excited to be able to go in and learn how to be able to go in and be able to add? I mean, I'm talking about like organic emails. You're not paying. We're not going through the affiliate play of being able to pass around emails. These are genuine emails every single month that are high value buyers. So that's what we're going to be going in today. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that without spamming and selling. Because I mean, that's what I think about, right? Like, if someone goes, hey, LinkedIn. Oh, yeah, that's that platform where everyone sends me a spam message. Hey, Joshua B., ever thought about using LinkedIn to get leads? No, I don't, because I don't want leads. I want relationships, right? I want to have conversations that build relationships because relationships create opportunity. And that's the power of LinkedIn to be able to do that. Leads, I got to shift through a whole bunch. That's 1,000 people I'm messaging to get one sale when all I'm doing is pissing off 999 people. That's what people do on LinkedIn. That's why most of y'all hate LinkedIn. So I really don't have to spend that much time. We just went through it, right? Who am I? Joshua B. Lee. Why am I up here? You guys heard I've done this a whole bunch, right? I've been in this industry. I mean, to be honest, one of my first clients, depending on your age, you don't even know this company. MySpace, right? I helped them design one of the first social media ads to be able to monetize their traffic back in the day that a lot of social media is based off today. Because of that, right? Built multiple different companies. Look, I've ran ads. I've done traffic. The biggest thing that I learned was that there's a huge difference between actually traffic and actually true engagement. Most of us are sick of ads. Most of us are sick of just traffic, right? We don't understand that we want to be able to get access to those people. I had a revelation about 8 years ago. I went through a transition in my own life, right? I mean, like, look, outside looking in, I was successful. You know, how do we define the success? Monetarily. Yes, I was running 6, 7, 8-figure businesses, being able to go in, but honestly, I was 45 pounds overweight. My relationships were monetary, and I had no vision about where I was going, just knew where I was at. And there was a point in my life where I actually went in, and I remember staring at that wall in my office, contemplating if the money I would leave for my kids if I wasn't on this planet anymore would be more important than me. Because that's what I was in. I was about, how do I monetize everything? I was the guy. If there was an acronym, I knew how to monetize. I was the guy that you went to be able to do that. But I knew there had to be a better way. And when I went in, I had that reset. I walked away from everything, and I started over with Standout Authority. Well, at first, let's be honest. I mean, some of my friends in here know. The pendulum really swung. I had my man bun. I had my mala beads. I was like, ooh, I'm going to be a life coach. But what I was doing was I was forgetting my past to forge a new future. We can't do that. So I had to humanize the marketing world, right? Because we're sick of it. Mass promotion, right? Over-promotional content, fake news, right? Selling. Most people in this world know what it is and they see it every single time. We're tired of the BS. There's got to be a better way. And one of the things I learned through all those content, all that advertising, look, y'all, there is no B2B or B2C. Everything is H2H. Every company is run by another marketer. Well, every company is run by another human being. Most marketers forget that. And that's what we have to understand, right? That's what we want to be able to do. I want to be able to show you that it's not about being an influencer in this world. It's about being a thought leader with influence and leveraging a platform in this space that can change the game for you where they're going right now. But why LinkedIn? Why is that the platform I bet everything on? Myth number one that we think about LinkedIn. I can't get in front of my ideal audience, right? How many people put content up there, they never see anything, they don't get much information back. I just don't get that much traction, right? It seems like another platform of just a whole bunch of fake news. The truth of the matter is, LinkedIn is the only platform out there that has people making over an average of $100,000 a year. I know I want my audience, if I'm gonna be able to get in front of someone, I wanna make sure they can afford my products and services, right? When we look at the other platforms, I think Twitter is around $58,000 a year average. Facebook's around $64,000 a year. LinkedIn now is, I think, around $123,000 a year average income. I mean, that's important to me, right? And we're not just talking about a couple people here or there. Globally, they just hit over a billion people across the globe using LinkedIn on a regular basis. So no matter where you are, you can get in front of your audience. Look, at the same time, I love people that make money, but if they can't make decisions, again, I'm wasting my time. I don't want to waste your time. 4 to 5 people on that platform are business decision makers. So now I have money, and they can make a decision on if they want to work with me or not. That's a win-win for me. And the average person on LinkedIn has a college degree or higher. So again, we're talking about an educated audience that has the ability to buy and the income to be able to do it. That's a triple threat, right? That's a home run. So this is why we're looking at LinkedIn, being able to go through, and content is blowing up over there. They continue to be able to see more and more opportunity, more visibility, more engagement on that platform than ever before. So this is some of the reasons why I want you to be paying attention to LinkedIn. Too many people continue to be able to sleep on this platform because they go, oh, that's a place I get a job. Or, let's talk about another myth with LinkedIn. I can't make money off LinkedIn. I don't have a big budget. And the one that everyone always says, well, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not a corporate. That's where all the corporate people play. BS, right? The truth of the matter is, anyone can make money on LinkedIn. The key is, if you're using it the right way. I'm not gonna get up here and show y'all, hey, let me show you the next automation, how to be able to scrape emails, how to be able to message a whole bunch of people. That's not me. That's not the human way. I've done that in my past. It didn't result in by what we do now, I get to be able to work with men and women I used to be able to read their books on how to be able to start my own companies 20 years ago. Now we help them educate, inspire, and draw on their audience, not sell them, right? Because again, when we talk about LinkedIn, organic reach, dude, it's crazy. And honestly, on this slide right here, the one piece of information you'd be paying attention to is there's over 9 billion content impressions weekly. But out of that billion people on LinkedIn, only about 3 million people are actually posting on a weekly basis. So what I'm telling you is that you don't have to fight on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, all these other influencers that are out there, right? The opportunity to be able to get in your audience, to get access to over 1 billion, 9 billion content impressions on a weekly basis, that's huge. Visibility, that's cool, right? But what I really want to talk to you about, any SEO people in here? A little bit here and there. Look, I'm telling you right now, this should be really, really important to everyone, right? The SEO, the Moz score on how Google ranks is 100 out of 100. I guarantee you, because we do it all the time, I can take your blog, put it on LinkedIn, and I will find it on a first page result on LinkedIn, on Google, before I'll find it on your own page, right? This is massive. Google is indexing LinkedIn than almost any other website. From your profile, to your content, to your comments, to your articles, all this is getting highly indexed on LinkedIn. But you're like, I'm sorry, on Google. LinkedIn too, right? So LinkedIn and Google. But guys, we're in a world of AI. Josh, that's great, Google, but what about the AI? We haven't even got into that. Microsoft owns LinkedIn, y'all. Microsoft invested $14 billion into OpenAI, ChatGPT, right? I get blessed, I should say, to be able to work with the beta team over at LinkedIn on some of the stuff they're doing with AI, and it is mind-blowing. Where they're going, what's going on, we're going to talk about here in a second, but everything that you're doing is getting indexed on the future of business, on the future of search, right? Where we're going. We all know that eventually generative search will happen. They are using LinkedIn as the basis for Microsoft and OpenAI to be able to index that content of their generative search that's coming out. So it's not about being an expert, because each one of you, if you actually use ChatGPT, can be an expert in whatever you want to be, because that'll help you be able to do that. I want everyone to understand, to be the authority. This is why I'm not coming out with my own AI stuff, right? I'm playing with the house, right? We're in Vegas. I'm playing with the house. I'm playing for the future because I want to be the person seeding the results. That's why I'm on LinkedIn, and that's why y'all should be too. Because in short, look, LinkedIn is the place where people go to connect, learn, and do business, right? This is the opportunity to build high-value relationships that convert into real opportunities, and that's what I want for everyone here, right? To really be able to go into. So, everyone excited about LinkedIn a little bit more now? Yeah? All right. Hopefully I was able to convince you there. If it didn't, let's go into a little bit more, right? Let me show you exactly why LinkedIn and AI is the future of business, right? This is where we're going. So because of the ChatGPT, the OpenAI relationship with LinkedIn, y'all, I'm telling you, there is some really cool stuff that's already launched, and that's coming out here soon too. OpenAI is integrated throughout the entire platform of LinkedIn. Some of the things that we're talking about is this. Now, some of y'all might already have access to this, right? I know it's already been in beta. I played around with it. Draft AI, right? LinkedIn wants to be able to control the narrative of how you're actually creating that content on their platform, being able to integrate that on LinkedIn. So this is what's coming, right? I guarantee if you go to ChatGPT, Claude, one of these other ones, you can't pull information off of LinkedIn. They have it blocked, right? They're trying to be able to control where this world is going with AI. So they're going to give you right there, right in the board. You don't have to use another platform, then copy, paste, cut, put it on there. Do it directly on LinkedIn. Another cool thing for advertisers, look, LinkedIn's one of the most expensive platforms to advertise on any other platform. Now, if you have the money, you can get real results, but now what they're doing to be able to help you out, right? It's not like Facebook ads, it's not like Instagram ads, it's not like TikTok ads, right? It is different. And so to be able to help you out, they've integrated AI to be able to understand the algorithm, who you're looking at, what you're trying to accomplish, to be able to help you write that ad copy and those headlines that actually control real results. They want you to win, right? They don't want to spend a whole bunch of money and not get results, because that's what it is. It pulls you to other platforms. Oh, that didn't work. Let me go on, move forward, right? So this is what they're trying to be able to do, a tool to basically take the data from the LinkedIn platform and help you optimize your ads. Next, Sales Navigator, right? This is one of the most pivotal tools. Like if you're on LinkedIn and you're not paying for Sales Navigator, y'all, it's $100. If one client can't bring you $100, I'm gonna be honest, I would usually say LinkedIn's not the platform for you, but every single person here should be on LinkedIn just because of the indexing, right? If you do nothing else, Just put your content, fill out your profile, right? Like you want to be indexed on LinkedIn, Google, and OpenAI. But what they're doing with Sales Navigator, this is the tool that we use not to spam, right? I'm not one of those guys that are going to teach you how to be able to spam 1,000 people just to piss them off, right? I want to be able to help you make advocates. Advocates are more powerful than clients because one advocate can bring me 1,000 clients. I want to work smart, not hard. And so what LinkedIn's doing with Sales Navigator, their assisted search, you put in the basic parameters of who you are, and they're going through to make it easy. Like find me a decision maker marketing at LinkedIn that lives in Vegas, right? That's how simple it is to be able to go in and be able to give you a list of the people you want to connect with. Maybe you don't know the right person, right? Maybe you want to look at the companies, right? That's where Account IQ comes in. I want to make sure, you know what? Maybe I want to make sure I'm reaching out to Digital Marketer, yeah? Some of our amazing hosts that put this on for the last 14 years. But I want to have a real conversation, right? I don't want to go in like, hey, you want to use LinkedIn? It's cool. No, I want to make sure I have a real conversation understanding who they are. Account IQ goes through and gives you the information about the company, what they've done, their buying habits, what's going on, because there's so much information on LinkedIn that you don't even realize it. Most companies don't realize it because their employees are posting about what's happening in that company, giving visibility and insight into the company that the company's not even releasing, right? So these are the things, right? Thinking about being able to go through and understand key highlights about an account in a single view. That gives me the knowledge to be able to go in educated into every single conversation with every single person I want to count. Now, the one piece I don't have on here, but I can't not tell y'all, the biggest feature on LinkedIn, we talked about only 3 million people are posting. The average engagement rate on LinkedIn is less than 1% right now. Look, our clients get around 10 to 15% engagement. We don't have time to be able to get in that today, but the reason why we do that is because we use Sales Navigator to get in front of the right people to be able to go in. I don't want to just message someone that's not online, right? If I'm reaching out to Sammy and he hasn't used LinkedIn in 3 months, why am I going to send him a message? I'm wasting time again, right? So on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, one of the cool features that are on there is I can go posted on LinkedIn or active on LinkedIn the last 30 days. Now I can go in, Sammy's on there, he posted about being an amazing DJ here at TNC, crushing it. And I can go on there, I can like his post, I can comment and reach out, dude, Sammy, I saw your recent post, man. Appreciate that. Now I'm building a conversation with a relationship, right? These are the opportunities. I'm saving time to be able to go in and work with someone that's active on the platform and acknowledge what they're doing, the actions they're taking. I'll get off topic because, again, I need a couple hours to be able to go through all this stuff with y'all. But I get excited, right? There's so much opportunity on this platform. So let's talk about it, right? We went through, and I hit the wrong button. There we go. Let's talk about how we're doing it and how to be able to leverage it that I know is going to be the most profitable for every single person in this room right now. So, LinkedIn events and AI. That's what I'm really going to be able to share with you all about, what we're doing every single month with our clients to be able to attract new high-value clients month after month. But what's the struggle, right? We talk about LinkedIn events, we talk about running an event, we talk about LinkedIn. Most people, no engagement on LinkedIn, so why are you going to do an event, right? Am I going to reach my ideal audience? No, because everyone just spams me, right? That's not my audience. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to talk to someone that's pitching me all the time. And the last piece, and Ryan touched on it again, right? We talked about this in the beginning, acquiring legit email audiences organically. That's what we want to be able to do. We want to be able to own the audience. Who here wants to be able to get another 200 to 1,000 emails organically opted in every single month? Would that be good for your business? I think so, right? Without spending money, right? I'm not going to go up here and go, hey, let me show you how to spend $500 to $5,000 to be able to get these emails, right? This is how we do it every single month to be able to put an event on, but also to be able to get those clients and to be able to nurture them. So here's one of the events that my wife and I did, right? We did this a couple months ago. Easy event, being able to go through this one event, because of the way that we leverage LinkedIn events, and I'm telling y'all, what LinkedIn's doing, because of the insider information I have, these are even going to go even more visible. We were able to get 360 organic emails in about a month, right? First name, last name, email address. Most people, when you run a LinkedIn event, you're not getting this. right? You might get a couple hundred people. If you get a couple 20, 30, 40 people sign up, and they maybe show up, but then you have no nurture sequence to be able to go in and take them to the next level. The biggest thing about that is those 360 emails, they're our ideal audience, right? They're the people I want to be able to connect with. They're in the industries I want to be able to connect with, right? Founders, salespeople. This is the type of people. I don't want people that are not my audience. I want people that actually want to be able to buy my products and services, want to be able to hire me, and that's what I want for everyone here too. So why? With LinkedIn events, how do we actually do it, right? We can actually grow your email list month after month. We can become a thought leader in your industry, right? Because I don't want just to be able to get a whole bunch of emails. I want people to be able to perceive you as that thought leader with influence. And last but not least, what we're going to share right now is how to be able to land those high-value, ideal clients every single time. And look, I'm not just doing it for myself, right? My wife and I are not just doing it and being able to say, hey, I can do it. No, we're doing it for our clients. JT Fox, one of our clients, look, we did 2 different events to be able to drive people to his community. It's a $5,000 offer. Do that event, the first event, almost 500 registrants, right? Being able to go in. Second event, almost 900 people registered for that event, right? That's almost, 1,500 email addresses because, again, the way that we're doing it, these are all opted in. Now, look, I'm going to be honest with you all. With LinkedIn events, usually you're looking at if you do it the right way, you got about a 30 to 35% show-up rate, not too bad. But when you have the email addresses that you walk away with, now you can nurture those people and be able to have even more opportunity, which you would do with JT. With this, with 2 events, we have over 100 people sign up. That's $500,000 in revenue we were able to generate for him, not only for the visibility, not only for the emails, but in 2 events without spending $1 in advertising. Same thing on another piece, right? Any authors in here? Anyone write a book? Anyone want to write a book? There we go. So look, for Amy, we went through the same thing, a little bit different. She was releasing a book. We did 2 events, right? Being able to go through before the event and the day of the launch of the event. First event, almost 300 emails, 300 registrants being able to go through. Second event, over 500, right? Day of launch, being able to go through, 4 weeks of promotion for each. We're talking about 2 months, Amazon bestseller. So these are the opportunities when you're leveraging LinkedIn events to be able to go in. So how do we do it? How do we actually go through? Josh, you've been talking about this for a while. We talked about LinkedIn. I showed you how we're not only doing it for ourselves, but for our clients. I'm going to show you all exactly how we're doing it, word for word, using AI every single time that y'all can be able to do and implement tomorrow. I was it was like a couple months ago at a M3 event, being able to go through Ryan Dice's event. We had someone go in, they leveraged the event. Within 3 weeks, they were able to close, I think, 15 sales on their first LinkedIn event, being able to follow this process. And I only had like 15, 20 minutes to be able to share with them, y'all. I got 45 minutes, so I can go deeper with you. I can really show you what we're doing. So step 1, come on, we got to feed the AI. I don't care if you're using ChatGPT, Claude, Jasper, right? We have to be able to feed they have to know who you are, know what you do. You can't expect it to be able to go, hey, I need to put a LinkedIn event on, show me how. That's great. Is it going to be for your audience? Is it going to be relevant to you? No, it needs to understand you have a book, right? Your website, your lead magnets, your podcast scripts, everything, right? Paste your social media posts. Feed it who you are so it can talk about who you are. Because if you get on stage or you get on your webinar and the words that the description of how that event was supposed to go on doesn't sound like the real you when you get there, there's an incongruency with your audience. You've already lost them before you even started. It's one of the biggest problems I'm seeing with AI these days. Everyone's putting out content right now, but in the real life, it doesn't sound like them, right? So you have to be able to feed the AI. Next, we got to brainstorm. We got to be able to go through. Here's the prompt we're using right now to be able to go in. Act as an expert in the field of whatever you're an expert, like really, right? Like don't go in there and be like, you do marketing, you're like, hey, I want to be an expert in real estate. I'm going to be able to put this on. Like, seriously, y'all, I want you to be able to show up and be able to really shine and show people what you're really doing. I would like you to be able to provide me with 10 different topic ideas for my first LinkedIn Live event, right? Take these notes in consideration. And I jumped real quick for y'all. Look, these are the different pieces I want you to be able to go into. And I'm jumping. Let's go back in. There we go. Purpose, audience, right? Who you're wanting to be able to go in. The event type. Are you going to do it live? Yes. You can leverage LinkedIn events for live events in person like this, TNC, right? To be able to get people to register and be able to show up. Are you doing a webinar? Are you going to do LinkedIn Live, right? Are you going to do it on Zoom? You have to be able to tell the algorithm what you're doing. The event type, right? Being able to go through the industry. Who are you trying to target? And then your speaking preferences, right? How you're going through. What do you sound like? What are your mannerisms? What are your tonality? It needs to be able to sound like you. This is what we're trying to be able to do. You're going to continue to see me talk about feeding the algorithm before I ask it anything. Next, we've got the topics. Now we got to keep on going, right? In that same thread, act as Joshua B. Lee. You guys can. The good thing is I put so much content over the last 20 years, it does have my voice, but I want it to be your voice, so don't put Joshua B. Lee in there. Right? Benefit-driven copy, right? We want to be able to add value, educate, inspire our audience. This is what LinkedIn's looking for. If you're selling, guess what, y'all? They have OpenAI ChatGPT built into LinkedIn now. They're looking for the salesy content. They're looking for the plagiarized content more than ever, and you won't get visibility. They're going to take it away faster than any other platform out there. They're actively doing this, right? We want to be able to go in and create 5 different SEO optimized titles and a 200-word description, because that's how much we have to be able to describe the event. And then based on topic 1, 2, 3, look at those 10 topics that we created, right? Which one resonates with you? Hell, do a couple, right? See which one really hits, that really grabs that audience, right? We want to be able to write the topics that we covered in bullet format, right? Being able to lay it out. Next, from here, step 3, promotional content. It's not about just creating the content on LinkedIn. Leverage your other platforms. Most people here are not leveraging LinkedIn enough, but they're leveraging other platforms. So use this to be able to promote on other platforms too, to draw your audience into you. If you've got them on Instagram, if you've got them on Facebook, if you've got them on TikTok, whatever it is. Look, I don't dance that well, so I'm not on TikTok that much. But create a 200-word post, right, about bullet point 1 through 5. We talked about the last one, writing those bullet points out in the voice of you, right? The goal of the blog is to be able to post an educational, inspirational content. What LinkedIn came out said 2 months ago, that's what they want to see on the platform, right? Inviting the readers to register for the event that takes place what date, right? Being able to go through. Now, here's one of the biggest pieces that I want you to be able to take into consideration. When we post content, we use the 10-20-70 rule of content. Anyone heard of the 10-20-70 rule? No? All right, I'm going to break it down really quickly because I think it's really important. Yes, I know you have. 10% of your content, when you're talking about it, needs to be human, right? Human beings connect with other human beings. People go, oh, LinkedIn is a business platform. Don't forget the human, right? We look for that. We look for commonalities. I want to know about you. It's not Facebook. I don't need to know when your kids are going to school, but I need to know you have them. Oh, Josh has kids? Me too. Relatability, commonality. We bring people together. 20% of your content needs to be around your business, not what you can do for someone, what you've done for other people. Use storytelling, right? Educating your audience on how you've helped your previous clients. We only do this 20% of the time because I don't want you to be that person in the room. We all see him. We might have seen some of the people here at TNC. You're like, oh, dude, there's Josh. That dude never shuts up about LinkedIn. Avoid. This is the whole piece. I don't want you to be that person on LinkedIn, right? That's what half the people are doing. They're always talking about themselves. So we only do it 20% of the time. 70% of your content, educate, inspire your audience, right? Be an aggregator of value. Share. Look, in the long run, you can walk into a McDonald's and they can be like, hey, for $1, I'll show you how to make the Big Mac. Some people are going to take that. They're like, oh, cool. They're going to get shown, like, oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, well, it's $5 to make the Big Mac. Now you paid $6, right? People want it done for you, being able to do. So you can go through and show exactly what you're doing every single day of the week, and people are going to still come to you to be able to go, hey, I need you to do it for me. I don't have the time to be able to do that. I want to be an expert in my own field. So 10% personal, 20% around your business, how you've helped people, and 70% educate, right? I want you to be that aggregator of value, that destination website on LinkedIn. So these are the pieces I want you to think about when you're creating this content, these promotional posts. Next, create high-value content, the same input, right? We want to be able to go through. This is the bullet points, being able to use these, right? Being able to go through and tell them what's happening. Last, repurpose the content. The same thread, we're not jumping. I told you I was going to make this easy for you, right? So in the same content, I need you to repurpose it, whatever platform you want to be able to use. At the same time, we do this all the time. Use TikTok, right? Give me a script based on what I'm talking about. Now I have word for word to be able to go on the event, talking in my voice, and being able to share and create a video that also leverages that content. Y'all, this is the thing. It gives us everything that we're trying to be able to do to be able to pull these people, because I'm not getting their emails on Instagram, I'm not getting their emails on Facebook. I want to be able to pull them to the platform that I can be able to do that on in a way that will actually work, that I can be able to use those emails, not just scrape them, right? To be able to reach my audience. If you're international, we've got GDPR, right? We got to be able to follow that so we don't get in trouble for sending emails out that you're not supposed to do. Most people don't care. More, create the event. This is critical from your business page, right? Don't do it from your personal page. Now, if you don't have a company page, 80% of all B2B leads from social media come from LinkedIn. Let me say that again. 80% of all B2B leads on social media across all platforms come from LinkedIn. So if you don't have a company page, you're missing out. Now, you need that company page to be able to do what we're talking about, because on a personal page, I can't be able to go in and grab the first name, last name, email to be able to have the next opportunity. So look, you're going to create the event. We want to have an image. You know, there's just tons of AI places to be able to go through. Use something. Put yourself up. You guys saw the picture of myself and my wife. People want to be able to connect on there. We want to be able to go through and be able to create that event. Put the information that we talked about. We got a title. We got a description. Next. This is the most important piece. Of course, we've got to be able to go in, the date, the time. If you've got a Zoom link, you want to be able to pull off platform, check mark the box. This is a box you do not get when you create an event on your personal page. Use LinkedIn's registration form. They are now opting in. Now you own that person on and off platform, being able to go through. And last, create your event, right? But what I want you to understand is you have to be able to add your speakers. Because each speaker gets massive, massive opportunity to be able to go in. If you create the event and don't put any speakers, you're going to miss the next part, right? You got to be able to go in. So if I'm going to do an event and I've got Mark DeGrassi over here and we're both on there, I want to make sure we're adding both of us on that event. If we're doing TNC, I want to make sure I add every single speaker on the event. Because what that allows me to be able to do is this, invite our first degree connections. When you're running a LinkedIn event, each speaker gets 1,000 invites a week to their first degree connections. 1,000 invites a week. So if I have 5 speakers, I get 5,000 invites every single week. This is why we do it 4 to 6 weeks ahead running our events, right? So this is the piece that I want you to be able to understand. We want to be able to go in, select our speakers, being able to go in. We want to be able to invite our people. Now, don't just blow it all in one fatal swoop, right? LinkedIn's using their algorithm to be able to see if your event gets constant visibility. So what I want you to be able to think about is Monday through Friday, invite 200 people each day using your 1,000 to be able to show growth of your event week after week, day after day, because now LinkedIn's going to be able to go in and they're going to be able to go, ooh, Josh and Mark's events, you know, growing. A lot of people, it's going viral. Let me promote it to more people. Now we're going to get more visibility. Now LinkedIn is going to do your job for you and get you even more visibility to your event. Now, the reason I show this, right, it's not because I want to show you all first degree connections. Use the search parameters at the top, because if you've ever done a LinkedIn event and you don't use the search parameters to be able to identify the audience you want to be able to reach out to your first degree connections, you've got to sit there and do one dot at a time. As soon as you put a parameter in, like United States, it allows you to select all. Now, when you first hit that button, it's to select the top 50. Keep on scrolling. Another 50 will come up, another 50. Then uncheck the box, check it again. Now you got that, right? This is a faster way. I don't want to sit everyone clicking every single name. It's exhausting. Yeah, exactly. So this is a secret that most people are like, oh, dude, that's exhausting. This is the fastest way to be able to get that 200 people every single week. So we've got 2 people between Mark and I, right? We're putting on an event. Well, if I do a free promotion, that gives us 8,000 people we can invite between the 2 of us to that event. It's not a bad amount of people that we can invite to the event, right? But those are first degree connections. What if I want to draw my other audience? We got to leverage LinkedIn groups, right? Being able to go in. Leveraging LinkedIn groups is one of the biggest pieces I think people miss out on. Now we're using Sales Navigator again, y'all. Remember I told you it's $100 a month? There's a reason why we get that. Now I can be able to go in, identify my exact audience. So they're a CEO, or they're a founder, they're a salesperson. Do they make X amount of money? Do they live here? And then I can go in and be able to go into the groups, because on a daily basis, I can send up to 200 messages to group members every single day. So if there's 2 of us running events, I got my first degree connection that 4 weeks, I got 8,000 invites. I just doubled that now with group invites. So now I've got my advocates, my first degree connections, and I've got my ideal audience coming in. We now just put on an event in 4 weeks with 16,000 people invited. I guarantee you, you're not going to be able to do that unless you've got a 16,000 person email list, right? And they've probably been offered a lot of things, a lot of times, but a lot of different people. So this is new audience being able to draw in to that event. And every single person that registers, first name, last name, email address, right? So this is what you want to be able to do. Now, don't be that person. Don't go in there and send that message that goes in and says, hey, come to my LinkedIn event. I see we're in the same group. Send a real message. Ask them if they're interested. We want that yes. I want people to opt in. Hey, John, man, I got a thing coming up. I think you really enjoy it. Let me know if you're free. This works because they go, yeah, man, I'm free. Here, send it over to me. They just said yes to the event. They're more apt to be able to show up now. Last, you've got to be able to use that promotional material. Promote across all platforms, being able to go in. We want to nurture these people on platform and off platform. We've got to be able to send the message, hey, I want to make sure you're coming to the event. Here's the Zoom link. Here's what's going on. We have a higher show-up rate by doing this, being able to connect with your audience. Not only on LinkedIn, but all the other platforms as well, too. Again, at least 4 weeks before the event. Last, promote across your marketing channels. We got all these email addresses. What are we going to do with it, right? Well, we can message them afterwards, after the event, see what no, I want to nurture sequence them prior to the event, right? I want to be able to get in there. So what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to go in, click the little button, manage on your LinkedIn event, and then it says download attendees, right? Being able to go through, you will now get your entire list off of LinkedIn of every single person that registered to your event. So even if they don't show up, now you own that list. Now you've grown your opportunity, and this is where you can actually be able to go. Does that make sense to everybody? Like, that's pretty cool to me, right? Being able to go in and really have the opportunity not only to be able to be authority to put on an event, to have people show up, but actually have those people on my email list, be able to continue to nurture them, the people that aren't ready to buy now, right? Ryan talked a little about those people that are ready to buy now, ready to buy later, and to be able to continue to be able to build those relationships that create opportunities. Most people go from connect to pitch, right? We have to have a conversation that can relate to relationship. The relationship opens up opportunities. Ryan said it yesterday, touch points are between 220 to 500 times. With this process, you're hitting that 20 in a matter of 4 weeks, right? This is the opportunity. Our clients that we get to work with have products and services that range anywhere from $5,000 to $50,000 a month, and we're able to do this every single time, every single month. So in conclusion, y'all, let's go in, right? These are the pieces we want to be able to do. Remember to attend, right? We want to be able to let them know. We want to thank them for attending, right? We want to nurture them with value, and then we want to close the deal. This is where we're going, right? So let's cover that one more time. We went in, feed the AI, right? Number 2, brainstorm the event. 3, create promotional material to be used not on LinkedIn, but across other platforms. Create the event from your business page. It's the key in everything. If you missed that event, start over. Last, invite your first degree connections in LinkedIn groups, and then we have to be able to make sure we promote and follow up. This is the key to where everything is going. If I didn't get you with what's going on with LinkedIn, the opportunities that are there, where it's going, the future of business with OpenAI, I have to believe every single person here wants to be able to add another 200 to 1,000 email lists every single month of people you haven't connected to that are interested in what you do and are your ideal clients. Because today in this world right now, look, there's so much AI. You can actually get in front of these people. You can build these relationships, right? I hear it time and time again. Josh, we're in a digital revolution. Bullshit. We're in a human revolution. This is your opportunity. Human beings with the opportunity, with the tools like AI, those are the people that stand out. And I want everyone here to be able to stand out together, This is what we're talking about, and LinkedIn is the platform for you. So, grab my cheat sheet, y'all. This is going to be able to give you every single prompt, not only we're using for LinkedIn events, but we're using across other posts, building out your profile, everything to be able to take your LinkedIn to the next level. And one of the cool things too, if y'all grab this, I'm going to make sure too, we've got a tool that's coming out in about 2 weeks. I'm going to make sure everyone here is the first to be able to know about it, that you're not even going to have to be able to enter these prompts. We got a tool that's coming out, Josh Genie, whatever, I don't know what we're going to call it right now, the Dopamine Genie. But it's going to be able to do it for you, and I'll make sure everyone out here gets first access to it. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you.
Joshua, do you want to take a couple of quick questions?
Of course. Look, I got 3 minutes.
You've got 3 minutes left, so we're going to grab a mic, and we'll come find you. We have time for 3 or 4 questions, depending on how fast we go.
Over there? Over there? Whatever works.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. You're welcome.
So I've been building my LinkedIn network personally longer than I've had my business, which is still like 10 years.
Yeah.
But that also means that I've got, 2,500 good curated connections that I've, shaken hands with all those people. My business does not have nearly as many followers. And so the question is how do we move people, like I see why to move it to the business profile? How do we start to actually move some, through content posting, get people to move from the personal account over to the business account?
We really don't need them on the business account. I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, again, the business account, if you're going to do advertising, yeah, you need that there. And you're going to run events, but this is why they have the speakers, right? Human beings connect with other human beings. The most visibility you're going to get is from your personal page. So you want to be able to leverage that. Now, the best way we use our business pages is to be able to curate the humans within our company. Mm-hmm. So you want to be able to take your posts that get the most visibility and then be able to go in and be able to make sure that you're sharing those posts, your personal posts, not only from you, from your employees, to your company page to highlight that, because each person connects with another human being differently. Mm-hmm. So that's the way I would leverage and draw people over to your business page.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah. 2 behind you. I think there's 1 over there. We might have to get everyone together.
Take it to him. Thank you so much.
We'll start throwing the mic.
Like football. Hey. Here you go, sir. Excuse me.
Hi. So I'm trying to use LinkedIn for B2C. Mm-hmm. So what would be different?
No difference. Again, every company, every person is running. Like human beings are on that platform. So again, when you're going through to be able to go in, optimize, to be able to go through, your content is going to be your key, right? That's what gives them lets you be the authority in what you're doing. And then your DMs, again, we could go through, like we have an engagement engine that we teach, and it's all about the things that honestly my mother taught me how to be able to treat other human beings. We're just doing it online. And it's amazing to be able to go through, to be able to build those relationships. And that's where you'll really create you don't sell on LinkedIn, you build the relationship and create the opportunity through your DMs. So when people engage, right? I've told you 1% of people engage on content or get 1% engagement on their content. Take advantage, right? LinkedIn's the platform that I can see every person that looks at my profile, every person that engages on my content, right? Reach out. Hey, I saw you like my recent post. Love to be able to connect with you. I really appreciate that. Love to find out what pushed you to engage. Love to find out what pushed you to look at my profile. These are opportunities on turn that most people don't take advantage of. And that's where, no matter if you're B2C or B2B, that's where the magic will happen.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And if we run out of time, I can hang out in the back.
For your event, can you use an evergreen webinar?
Yeah, we'll use Zoom. Most times we're doing Zoom on these, right, to be able to go in. Now, don't do the event Zoom, right, where you're going through. They have to double opt-in. If you've got a double opt-in, you're going to lose the person. You're already getting their first name, last name, email address. If you need to, take that, have your VA on your team or whatever, and then go enter the email if you're going to use, a webinar-style Zoom.
Sorry, I meant I already have an evergreen webinar. Can I just
Oh, we've
use
done
it
that
for
before too. Yeah, you can do this, again, every 4 to 6 weeks we've gone through. We've done that with some of our clients. It works amazing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Let's do one more in the room, and then we'll let everybody go that doesn't want to ask a question. We'll have you hang out for a
Yeah,
minute.
no worries.
Thank you. Like the first question, maybe an extension on that. We have several subject matter experts in our company, from the owner, who is highly engaged, to other subject matter experts who may not have that hands-on approach with their LinkedIn profiles, but might want the marketing department to do it.
Yeah.
So with that disparity of like hands-on and hands-off, do you have any recommendations on how to create a plan where there's multiple contributors and multiple individual accounts, but not all with the same engagement?
100%. I mean, as a company, you can actually be able to feed them, seed them content, but you want to be able to make it their own, right? That's always the biggest thing. Teach them, empower them. Because if you empower your employees to be able to go in and be these authorities within your business, and you highlight them by taking their content and then putting it on the company page to be able to highlight it on the business page of LinkedIn, that makes them more excited to be able to work for your company, because now you're helping them to be an expert in their side of the business as well too. It's huge to be able to do. We've done that. We did that when I was doing a training for Gartner. I've done it for ADT. I mean, huge companies being able to go through to teach their people how to be those experts and then humanize the entire brand. It's super powerful to be able to do. And it's, again, it's that 10, 20, 70, right? Give them that basics. You can cover the 20 and 70, right? But they have to come with that 10% or it's just going to be bland and it's going to be passed over. Make sense?
Thank you. Yep.
Yeah, no worries. All right.
Okay, let's give it up for Joshua B. Lee, everybody, the
Thank you all so much. I
dopamine
appreciate
dealer.
it.